Good morning. Today we're going to be talking about place value, and in particular with place value we're going to be talking about standard form, word form, and expanded form. So if you'll open your journal to the paper we glued in with our place value chart, I want you to leave it closed and we're going to take some notes on the front. You're going to see me start color coding or just using different colors as I take notes. I don't care if you use flare pens, as long as they don't bleed through your pages. Okay? Questions? You can ask me later about different types of pens. Just be really careful with markers, because you don't want it to bleed through and you not be able to use your work. All right, so we're going to start off with standard form. So the first thing we're going to talk about today are numbers in standard form. Now, if you remember back to 4th grade, you talked about standard form. And standard form means just writing a number using numbers. So, writing a value using numbers. And remember, the only numbers we can use to write a number are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Those are the only numbers we can use. We can use them in combination to make numbers that go on for infinity, but those are the only numbers we can use in each place value. Okay? All right, now let's talk about word form. How is standard form different from word form? Well, it kind of says it in its name, word. We're going to create values using words. So, writing a value using words. Okay. And our last form that we are going to use today is expanded form. Now, expanded form is a way to write a number using its digits, and we see that and it looks like an addition problem. So, for example, if I had 1,793, remember expanded form? What does the 1 mean? 1,000 plus 7 what? 700 plus 9 what? 90 plus what? Plus 3. This is expanded form, where we expand each place value, okay, into an addition problem. So these are the 3 things we're reviewing today. This is not new material. This is material that you talked about in 4th grade. Now, in the inside of our place value chart, we're really going to be using this probably starting a little bit tomorrow, really into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So what we're covering today doesn't deal with decimals, it deals with whole numbers. Any number that comes before the decimal. So we're going to practice these concepts today. So I'm going to turn the page behind my yellow, and I'm going to now get out of our textbook. I want you to tear out all of lesson 1-1. So you should have 2 green papers and all you really need are your 2 green papers. your place value. If you want to leave them in your book, you can leave them. Since you're not at school, that probably may be easier. Let's backtrack and let's just leave them in our book so you don't have to worry about taking time to tear them out. The page I would like to go to in your textbook is page 9. Now we're going to look at problems together. I want to look at problems 5 through 10. I want to practice word form, standard form, and expanded form. Okay, we're going to do these problems in our journal. I told you our journal is a working journal. We do work in our journal together. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go to the back where I glued this in. I'm going to work on every page in my journal. And I'm going to start with number 5. And it says, in questions 5 and 6, write each number in word form. Okay, so I'm going to take 18,345. So I'm going to put practice as my title. Page 9. So I know where I'm at and what I'm doing. So number 5. 18, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's use this with our place value. So we have the ones place. We have the tens place. We have the hundreds place. We have the thousands place. And we have the 10,000s place. All right, so we have to read this like we would use it in word form. So we have 18 what? 1,345. So we're going to write that in words. Spelling, I will not count off for spelling, just do it as best you can. 18,000, sorry, my bad. 18,000, 345. Okay, very easy. Okay, now let's look at number 6. 6 is much bigger. So we have 10, 0, 1, 0, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so if we have to here, we can go through and think about making a chart. And so that we know what our place value is. Okay, so again, we can label. We can go through and say this is our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Hundred thousands, millions, and then we have 10 millions. All right, so we have our place value of these numbers. Let's fill in our places. So we have a 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 4, 6, 8. All right. So let's go to the very, very beginning. We have 10, what? 10 million. So we're going to write it in words, taking our time. So this becomes 10 million. Okay. Now we need to take this group. Now we have 10 what? 10,000. comma. Now we need to take this group, and we have 468, 400. $60. So we took our place value, we wrote out our place value. We use that to help us write the number in words. 10 what? Million. 10 million. Then we have 10 what? 10,000. Then we are back into our hundreds, 468. Again, do your best with your spelling. All right, let's continue on now. So there was our word form, from standard to word form, from our numbers to our words. All right, now let's go to 7 and 8. Let's look at the directions now for 7 and 8. In 7 and 8, write each number in standard form. So they're in expanded form, and we need to write them in standard. We need to write them like they're numbers. Okay, so let's write down number 7 in our journal. So we have 8 million plus 300 plus 9. Now, if I look at this, what operation do I see between every single value? Well, I see addition. So could I make it into addition problem? Sure, and line up our place value. So 8 million. Notice how I'm using one whole line for each one of my numbers, plus 300, lining up our place value, plus 9, then the ones place. So we can add 0 plus 0 plus 9. Well, that's got to be 9. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 3, 3. 0 plus nothing, 0 plus nothing. 0 plus nothing. 8 plus nothing. Now we need to put our commas. 8,309,000. So we took the number and expanded, lined up our place values correctly, and all we had to do was add them together. Let's do the same thing for number 8. So we have 60 million this time, plus 10,000 plus 20 plus 3. Now again, what do we see? What operation do we see between every number? We see addition. So we can write this as an addition problem. So write our biggest number, our first number, it's the longest on top. Now lining up our place value. So we look at 10,000. It has 3 zeros at the end, comma, and then a 0 and a 1. 20, a 0 and a 2. 3 just has a 3, so make sure everything's lined up as it should be. Now we add 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 1, 1. 0 plus nothing, 0. 0 plus nothing, 0, or excuse me, 6 plus nothing. Put in your placeholders, 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. So we have 60,010,023. Good job. Really good job. All right, now let's look at problems 9 and 10. 9 says, write each number in expanded form. So we want to make these numbers look like these problems. So we need to take this and write it as an addition problem. Okay, here we go. Number 9, let's write our problem down. 1,102,200. Okay, let's start with our first number. We have a 1. How many zeros do we need after it? Well, we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 zeros. 1, 2, 3, comma. 4, 5, 6, comma. 7, 8, 9. 1 billion. So here is our 1 billion. Plus, remember we're making an addition problem. We're writing expanded form. Since we have zeros here, and they're not a value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we can leave them alone. All right, now we're to our next place value, our next one. So we write down our 1. How many zeros do we need to put after that 1? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So count 1, 2, 3. So put our comma. So 100,000 plus, okay, we have that 0 again, so we're not going to write it. Now we're going to our 2. All right, so our 2 now. Our 2 now, how many zeros need to come after the 2? Well, 1, 2, 3. Put your comma. Plus, we have another 2. What place value is that 2 in? How many zeros do I need after it? I need 2 for 200. So we broke down 1,102,200 into 1 billion plus 100,000 plus 2,000 plus 200. So expanded form. Pretty easy. All right. Here we go, number 10. 10 is a big long number. So we have 85 billion. 11,000. So there's lots of empty spaces in there because we see zeros. Remember, when we write expanded form, what we have to do is look at the values that are 1 or greater. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. We're going to underline that first one. We have an 8. How many zeros do we need to come after the 8? Well, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go back and put your commas. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. So we have 80 billion. Okay, plus. We go to our second number. It's a 5. 5 what? Well, 5 billion. How many zeros need to be after it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put your commas in. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma, to make 5 billion. Plus, okay, we have no millions. We have no 100,000s. We go to our next one. So we have a 1. What place value? It's in 10,000. How many zeros should be after it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count 1, 2, 3 and put your comma in. Plus, go to our next value that's not a 0. It's a 1. How many zeros should be after that one? 1, 2, 3, because it represents 1,000. So 80 billion plus 5 billion plus 10,000 plus 1,000 would give me 85 billion, 11,000. This is what we're practicing today. Again, this is really 4th grade review. Okay? Now you're going to find some practice from IXL Math on there. I'm going to encourage you to do those problems. Now look at the instructions on your IXL. It says, please do these problems. You only have to do 10 of the practice on IXL. If you choose to do all of them, it'll only give you more points and more ribbons in the program. Again, you only have to do 10 and get those 10 correct. You have to have 10 correct. And you'll see that there's 2 practice. Now again, They're not hard problems. They're just talking about place value, getting your brain back into thinking about place value. They are not for a grade. It is practice to get your brain thinking about word form, standard form, and expanded form, okay? Then, what's going to be for a grade is your form, okay, that says lesson 1-1, okay, independent practice. That is what has to be turned in for a grade, okay? I will talk to you at 10:50 today, so write down any questions you have so we can answer those questions this morning. Guys, you can do this. Take your time, use your notes, use your examples that we did. If you need to rewind this video or pause it as we go through, do that. You can go back and look at it. You don't have to just watch it once and be done. You can watch it as many times as you need, and you can do this. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great morning.